So welcome back. As we described in the, previous video, the commercial operation date, we also have here the DC and the AC, which stands for the direct current and the alternate current. The DC electric power is produced on the solar panels, and then it is now interconnected to the grid where it is converted to AC power. So what converts the DC to the AC power is what we call an inverter. So the inverter converts the DC current to AC current for easy transportation on the grid. And this model will be using the grid-tied system, not the off-grid system, as these large energy corporations do not engage into off-grid systems, as they are focused on selling energy to an end user. So basically, they use the grid-tied system where energy is being transported on the grid. Also, we have another key definition there for what we call the power purchase agreement, which is the PPA term. So the power purchase agreement, it is governed by the selling of energy to a third party or to an end user. So the end user could be a utility firm, or it could be a commercial or industrial consumer. And then we have what we call the PPA term, which is just the term of this contract, of this PPA contract. And then we have what we call the year, we have what we call the megawatt, and we have what we call the kilowatt and the watt. This is just a unit of measurement of energy to be transferred. So it is usually stated on your engineering production report. So you will always find this stated there if this energy is going to be measured in megawatt hour, or it's going to be measured in kilowatt hour, or it's going to be measured in watt. So basically that's it. And then we have what we call the P50, which is our production, the P99, which we're going to be using in this model. So the P50 is just the main production of this solar asset, of this photovoltaic asset. So it states that the 50% of the time production will be better, and 50% of the time production will be worse. And for the P99, it is also the 99% of the chance that the productions will be better, and the 1% of the chance that production might be worse. So that being said, on this, we also know that banks will definitely lend based on this P99. So basically, they lend based on this P99 EBITDA, based on the debt service coverage ratio of their EBITDA. So it is a very, very important aspect in this model. And what other thing we have to talk about? We talk about the transaction cost, which comes as a result of an investment banker involved in selling this deal. We also have what we call the debt service reserved amount. This is the total debt service. That is the principal and the interest. We're gonna be bringing this number after we are done with our principal and interest calculations later on in the debt sizing schedule of this model. We also have what we call the DCSR. This is the debt service coverage ratio. This measures how much or what the bank or whosoever, the investor or the creditor, is comfortable at. So in this case, there might be 1.3 times your coverage of your principal and interest. That is to say that your EBITDA, or your earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, amortization, needs to be 1.3 times the principal and the interest you're required to pay down on this debt, this particular debt. And also for the P99, it states that your EBITDA generated as a result of this production, because remember, the P99 and the P50 is our energy production. That is our annual energy production. So your EBITDA needs to cover at least, your P99 EBITDA needs to cover at least one times the principal and interest for the lenders to be comfortable to lend you the money, so you don't have to breach this covenant. So that's exactly what this is talking about. And we also have what we call the degradation. Degradation, as we know, photovoltaic panels are built with exposure to certain conditions such as UV exposure and also weather exposure. So because of weather cycles and UV exposure, they degrade over time. So it's a standard practice to always include degradation in the model because of this exposure of these photovoltaic panels to certain conditions. So this ultimately will affect our revenue going forward because of it's going to affect our revenue going forward. So this is something that investors have to put an eye on, because at a certain time production or the sale of energy might be lesser than when the energy was being produced. As you can see here, we see that after the post PPA term, it is sold at $35 per megawatt hour, and when just during the PPA term, that is the beginning of the production, it was sold twice as much as that amount after before 20 years. But after 20 years, because of this degradation, it is sold at $35 per megawatt hour. So that's exactly what we are seeing here. So hopefully I'll see you in the next video, where we'll be talking more about many other things that are very significant to our model.